What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video. Before we get started, I always think I want to mention this and I always forget. Welcome to all the new people. It's crazy to me to think back that just since the last time we did the celebration, the 50K celebration, we've got like 12,000 new subscribers. So that's a lot of new people just starting to tune into the channel. So I want to welcome you all. I hope you enjoy it. If you have suggestions for videos, things you want to see, whatever, just leave it in the comments, because I do read my comments and I will listen to you. I won't always guarantee that you'll get what you asked for, but I do read them and consider them. So again, welcome. Let's get to the recap. This one was against, I don't know how you would say that, so I'm not even going to try. I don't know what that symbol above the A is. Not even going to go through their attacks. They did not try. It wasn't a close war, but everybody at OneHive brought very, very solid attacks. It's a shame because they didn't have very good bases. You know, I will show you some of their Town Hall 10s were decent and had some really nice 3-stars. Our Town Hall 10s are just doing really good attacks lately. But this was another war that they had a lot of. I think 13 was their first Town Hall 9. So they had like 12 Town Hall 10s. We had 4. So we're getting some very strange matchups. But we did clean everything up. You know, all Town Hall 9s 3-starred, several Town Halls 10s 3-starred, and the rest 2-starred. So good job to people at OneHive. Let's get right to it. You're going to see mostly Town Hall 10 attacks this time because their Town Hall 9s were just not good, and we don't want to see that. It's not interesting. But Tim absolutely killed this base. Look at this attack. Awesome. I don't think that you would call this what they call a hocus pocus. I think that's more of a like all wizard type thing, but this is a mass, all witch type thing. This is a mass witch raid. 15 witches, pretty crazy. Just drops a few golems down, a few wall breakers to let them in, and then wizards to sort of create that funnel. Once that gets done, the CC troops start getting lured out, drops that poison form. That's perfect. And then right here, just completely swarms with all those witches. You see the skeletons start to go in. A few of them start to wrap around the base. He could have made that funnel a little bit wider, and I don't think he would have had that king and the witches wrap around there, or dropped him a little earlier. You know, he could have had that because the golems and the wizards took out a few of those buildings. But I'm nitpicking here. I mean, the thing was a 3-star, so very, very good attack. What also helped him is that he does have a pretty good portion of his splash damage on the backside of his base and single inferno. So the mass witch was actually a really good selection for this. Just keeping those rages all in that core, just rage and jump spells to allow those skeletons to get in there and start taking out those single inferno towers. Just working around the base, everything pretty much in here. You know, he has his heroes both still up, level 40 heroes. Still has those abilities. He did go ahead and drop that jump on the backside there. He probably could have held on to that for just a little longer, but maybe he wanted to make sure that his king had the option of getting in there and taking out those splash damage if they wanted to, or if he decided to, instead of just wrapping around there, which he'll hopefully do in a moment. A few witches still left, but the queen's the main thing he still got up. You know, when you've got a level 40 queen, you've got, she's sort of an army into of herself, unless you have a tremendous amount of point damage targeting her. But with all those witches still up, the skeletons out front, the queen has really not even been touched yet. We'll start to fast forward here. The king did get in there, take out some of those top splash damage, so that was nice. And at this point, it's pretty much just clean up. I had to take out that Tesla, but now that is it. So awesome attack, Tim. Keep up the excellent work, buddy. And Snoop Ryan. I can't say enough about Snoop Ryan. I think this is his second 6-star war in a row, and all of these are against Town Hall 10s. He is absolutely killing it, Ryan. Just keep it up, man, because it's impressive to watch. Number 3 was the first one he got here. We're going to watch both of his attacks this time, again, because the Town Hall 9 was just too much. It was just too easy. You guys wouldn't be interested in, I promise. But he just comes in from the top here with a few golems, drops his queen down immediately, and then a few wizards to help create that funnel. And then the jump spell. I like the placement on the jump spell. It's going to let that left golem reroute towards the core as well. So everything's getting to work its way right in. Obviously, the queen's doing her thing, taking out some defensive buildings, the king moving in. Right here, the CC troops come out, and he goes ahead and drops that poison spell. One thing to note is that they did not completely fill their CCs in this war. Some of them didn't have any. Some of them had some like what you saw here. So that did make things a little bit easier. Unfortunately, we don't want wars like that, but sometimes you get them. Right there, the golem's going to go in, hits target onto right there. Got that second air defense. So now 2 air defenses down. The queen's moving around. Hopefully going to get that expo right there. Boom, yep, it's going to go down. And then Snoop just starts the Lava Hound part of the attack. You see a lot of bombs, a lot of traps right there that the Lava Hounds were soaking up. But he goes ahead and drops that freeze on the first Inferno, and I like this right here. Look at these rages. This is sort of what I'm gathering, and I'm going to do a video on it sometime, and I want some more attacks to look at. Using these rages on the outer part of the base is even at 10 out of 10, because again, you don't need the extra damage on those normal archer towers, cannons, stuff like that. The balloon, a couple of balloons are going to take it out with a couple of drops, but right there in the core, you see he brings the rage. You do need that extra damage for those high HP Inferno towers, and you've got to get them down ASAP. You can't have balloons taking those slow attack drop bombs on there. So that's sort of the theme that I'm seeing that's being successful with these goal line attacks is rages on the outside, or excuse me, haste on the outside and rages in the core. So that seems to be working. So you guys try that out in your attacks, and hopefully you'll have some success, just like Snoop did right here. Everything's down, lots of pups for cleanup, a few balloons to help out. Very nice 3-star. All right, without wasting any time, let's get right to his second one, 3-star number 4. Pretty much the same type of army composition. You see he's got the 2 haste spells and 2 rage spells, 1 freeze, so that's nice. A couple of golems go down on the left side here. They're going to start tanking for everything. This is all normal stuff here. Wizards start creating the funnel right there, getting that queen down pretty early. Let her start clearing some of that trash out of the way. And the jump right there, boom, that's going to reroute those golems in. Let them really start tanking. Let that CC troop start coming out. The queen's getting locked onto them, and now the king right there. Perfect. Drops that poison spell. Could have been probably a little quicker on the poison spell, but it did get everything pretty much. You can sort of lay that down to let those troops just walk right into it. The queen's getting even standing in a little bit, but right here the king finally locks onto her, going to take her out. The queen's standing back. She's going to get that Inferno Tower, so that's good. 1 air defense already taken care of, and that's pretty much mission accomplished. You got the queen dead, you got the CC troops taken care of, you got 1 Inferno Tower, that's a big one, and 1 air defense. Now the queen right here locks onto that second air defense and does pretty much take it out on her own, but the balloons working their way in. Again, you see the haste spell on the outside. It sort of negates those, you'll see on the right side here, you really see it. It sort of negates these air sweepers as it pushes the balloons back, man. Right, they're just right back on it because the haste makes them move so quickly. Right here, you'll see on the right side, again, same thing. Watch that air sweeper push it back, boom, they're right back up there. So that's really valuable for that, especially at Town Hall 10. And then again, you see the rages in the core. That's going to help you take out those Inferno Towers, those high HP buildings a lot quicker. So perfect job. Snoop's just got it figured out. It's working for him. He's absolutely crushing these bases. So keep it up, buddy. We'll fast forward because everything is pretty much taken care of. He did have 1 hound that did not pop, but kind of got a nice split on his balloons here, so that helped with cleanup. But you know, the lava hound popping, getting those extra pups would have been nice, but just didn't happen on this one. No big deal. All right, we'll let him finish this 3-star up, and then we'll look at one more. We're not going to spend a tremendous amount of time on this war. I've got several videos coming out for you guys, so you get to see some more attacks probably. Which one are we going to look at? Let's look at kind of just a fun one. Again, these guys did not have tough Town Hall 9s, but let's watch Hold My Beer do just kind of a fun attack. 46 hogs. He's got 6 in the CC, 40 on hand. 4 heals, you know, has the poison spell, and is just going to drop his heroes on this right side. Let them work their way in. They're going to get the CC lure. He's going to use that poison, and he's going to grab that queen. Obviously, you got to get rid of the queen to deal with this, and then he's just going to work his way around this base with hogs just, you know, going everywhere. Right there, the king locks on. Queen's down. Here come the CC troops. He's going to drop poison here. Right there, boom, it's down. They're going to just walk right into it. And here comes the hogs already. Just a few for every defense building here. And he's just going to work his way around the base. With that many hogs, you just sort of spread them out and let them go. Right there, bomb's triggering, so that group's lost. But, hey, you got 2 defenses and a bomb for that group, so that's mission accomplished. The queen's still working her way in, taking out some defensive buildings, helping out, and then coming a little bit more heavy on the right side. Again, just waiting for those bombs to trigger, waiting for all the traps to show up, and then working his way around the base. A few more for the left side. Right there, a heal for the center, and sort of reinforces those with a few extra hogs. But look at it, he's got 14 hogs in the bag still. I mean, he's just going to overwhelm this thing with hogs. Just keep dropping them until everything is dead, pretty much. Coming in from the bottom again, reinforcing on the right side. Pretty much, he's got everything deployed here, but he still has 3 heal spells. He's taken out all these defenses, and he hasn't really used any heal spells till right here. Goes ahead and drops that one and just starts keeping that last, you know, they're all grouped up at this point. He wants to keep them alive. We'll start to fast forward just a little bit because it's a little slow with the cleanup here, but the hogs are going to be taken care of. Only a few things left that can hurt them. Good drop on the giant there just to let them let it tank for those last few hogs because they're going to have to deal with that king, which they did pretty quickly. Fast forward, full speed here. It's just cleanup time. Absolutely crushed it. Excellent job to hold my beer. That is it, guys. I'm not going to show any more on this one. It's just, I promise you it was boring. You guys don't want to see it. But I do have a few videos coming out this week that you want to see. You've already seen the Elite 8. I hope you guys like that one. That was a good one. I'll have a pretty nice hitchhiker video for you guys. So be looking for that because it's going to be one I think you guys will really enjoy. And then a theory craft video. So hope you guys like all of that. Until next time, Jake from OneHive reminding you guys to suck less.